Hello, Sacred Light community. Hmm. Here we are at eclipse season. We are just coming into the first of the two eclipses that will come through for October. This one in Libra is bringing up a lot of very heightened energy that I think is important to talk about today, so that we can be aware and we can be prepared that our voice, our truth, may be shadow work for other people. It may activate feelings and reactions in others. And it's very important to know that this may just be part of your job here as a light worker, as a light bearer. The light bearers, the way showers, the activators, the change makers. We are here to shine a light on these dark and shadowy places. And eclipses are these beautiful spiritual energy portals that allow us to have a fast track for that. So there's a lot of heightened energy right now. And I really want to focus on the voice, as well as the importance of music and frequency. I was just coming back from a trip to California, and it was just after Goddess Day, the weekend, the first day the eclipse came, and you could just tell the energy was so heightened, and people were bitey, and words were just coming out very mean. And you know, being a feeler, I could feel this in the airport and around the families that were sitting together. And this one person who came up and was waiting for the plane, the same place I was, had this speaker set up to like Bluetooth, and it was just blaring this music. But you could just, and he had this big smile on his face, which I think was fantastic. And it was just a variety of music. This playlist was just like an all over feel good playlist. And you could just see and feel and sense the shift that happened in the airport in our area. And like, people started talking nicer to each other. They were singing, they were laughing. Like, it just changed the whole vibration. And it felt like any of those anxieties, any of those worries, any of those difficulties or struggles. People were talking about not being able to get food for supper, the line was too long, or the plane was taking too long, or people were in their way. It was just, everyone was so self-focused, and you could see how this just shifted. It just felt so much lighter and brighter. So I really want to stress the importance of music and frequency at this time, and how that is so vital to holding space for any time we are feeling heavy or stagnant in our energies, or having just a really difficult time feeling light. And also the importance of connecting to others during this time, because you have no idea what kind of impact you make on others just by your frequency, your vibration, your energy, your smile, your essence. It can shift so much. It can alchemize so much. And if we are aware of this and coming at this from an awakened and heart-centered place, we are literally shifting the light on this planet just by our presence, right? And that can go either way. If it's really low, that's going to create the ripple. If it's really high, that's going to create the ripple. So yes, music, 1. 2, your vibration, your frequency, your thoughts, your energy, your intention, your actions, your connection to other people is vital at this time to have at an all-time high, right? That means allowing yourself to do what you need to do to fill up your cup, to nourish yourself, to replenish. And I know that's when my energy can get low, is when I've been on the computer too much, when I've been in my headspace too much, when I have not given myself that time to connect to others. And I know when I'm not giving myself that heart-centered connection to others, that my cup does need to be filled up first. With my energy, I replenish more by myself. I recharge by myself. I need to have that cave time, that hermit time, that going within to find my center and my balance again. And I know not everyone is like that, but I also know there are many of you that are. So it's okay to give ourselves permission to take those breaks, to step away, to have our alone time, to have that night by ourselves, even to have those hours by ourselves, minutes, whatever we can get in order to recharge and replenish. And intentionally, right? It can be difficult, and I'm saying this from an honest place, to nourish, to do what nourishes us during those down times or those alone times versus numbing or checking out. It can be super easy just to sit on the couch and watch a Netflix series, rather than intentionally sit and listen to a meditation and draw or write or listen to music or go for a walk in nature or create some movement that shifts energy. We have to be very intentional because this energy is very heightened as we are changing. Things are changing and shifting on this planet, and it's making us very aware of what's releasing and letting go. This is a time where contracts, relationships that are past their due date, right? That have finished, that have completed, and it's important that we recognize and honor that it played such an important role and was very valuable to get us to where we need to be. And it's okay to allow it to have that and both energy, that it can be so beautiful and grateful for what it served. And knowing now that by releasing this contract, releasing this relationship is going to create more of what is for the greater good of both or of all, right? That this is going to move both people into where they are more aligned, to where they are more received, to where they are more supported, held, loved, nourished. Yes, to help support them with where they're going next. So keep that in mind with what relationships are ending, and what is releasing, and keeping aware of what that is creating space for. What is it that you are truly drawing into you, that you are calling into you, that your soul is desiring to create more of in your life that will bring you pleasure and passion and joy and abundance and liberation. Yes, that's what we're breathing into as we're releasing what is no longer serving. Okay. And during this time, this is recognizing that you are of such great value, that these old stories are going to be coming up to the surface about not feeling of value, not feeling of worth, not feeling loved, because these are the ones that are coming up to heal, to be released. These are ancestral stories. These are soul stories. You may be carrying what you inherited as a belief system from others in your bloodline. We are raising our value and worth at this time, because that's what we need to move forward to help humanity evolve, is to really know our innate value, to know our divine inheritance of worthiness. And there are so many wounds around this that keep our vibration low. And that's why it's coming up to the surface to heal. So worthiness is going to be coming up through these relationships, of what they've served in the past and what we are creating more heightened vibrational energy around, what we're going to truly continue to own and embrace and allow that worthiness and value to grow within. And the other one that's going to be coming up is these fear-based stories, these perceived threats. And yes, there is a lot going on in the world right now, and it is creating a very strong fear-based lens. However, it's important to continue to hold that in balance with what is truth. And truth is a big theme right now. Truth, this is the book of truth. We have gone through the book of love, of light, hope. This is truth. And after truth comes peace. Truth is resilient. This is where we see through the illusions. This is where we see through the external authority figures versus our own internal authority figures. This is where our mind can run amok and create stories that are not real, that can shift our energy into believing that those things are real. Right? This is where we have to come back and trust our own intuition, to walk in our truth, to stand in our truth, to listen to our truth, to know our truth, to see through the truth. That is a huge, huge theme. So we have value, we have truth, and we have voice. We have voice because our voice is so important. It is our frequency that gets carried through our voice. It is our vibrational frequency. It is our energy. We are a channel. We speak the words that others may need to hear. We speak our truth and we plant those seeds of light, and it may not happen right away. Just like any seed that gets planted, sometimes it takes a while before it breaks up through the soil. And we may even get frustrated and upset because someone else may get the glory of that. If they happen to say the same thing or make the same suggestion, and it's at that timing, right when that's ready to pop through, and be like, oh, well, I kind of told you that, 2 years ago, but whatever, right? So recognize that your value, what you say, who you are, is an innate value. And that speaking our truth, speaking our voice, walking a path, walking our walk, talking our talk in an evolutionary way, in a way that may be different from our bloodline, that may be different from our family, different from the friends we've been connecting with, different from where we live and who we're around. If it's your truth, your true truth, and not coming from a fear lens, not coming from, well, that's just what I was taught to me, so that's just the way it is. Really questioning and questioning everything, right? Diving in deep and recognizing that this is an abundant world. We can live an abundant life, with balance, with quality, of value, that we are all working on finding that balance and giving each other permission. We do that by our voice, by our truth, speaking our truth from that compassionate lens, not just speaking it without a filter, but speaking it from our heart-centered lens and from our wisdom, from our highest, wisest self. That is the high priestess path. That is the high priestess way of being able to hold the shadow in the light, but being able to speak so it is received, and being able to speak from the highest self. And if we are speaking to each other from our highest selves, oh, that's just going to spread so much light, so much love, so much joy, so much pleasure, so much compassion, so much kindness. We can do this. We can do this. This is the piece that's been missing. This is the nurturing, compassionate, wise version of us all that we can find balance for. Okay, so we're going to just hold with that. And if you are interested in diving deeper with me about this, I have so many ways. They're going to be holding more and more fun, juicy, beautiful ways to connect in with your value, your worthiness, your truth, your voice. And one is this beautiful new collaboration jewelry line with Robin Rhodes that we will be launching soon. And you can see I am wearing some of these amazing beauties. I'm so excited. This is called Magdalene. These are Venus. We are holding space for this living goddess collection. And to help those embody the goddess to connect into these beautiful feminine archetypes that are all over the world, that are celebrated all over the world. And yeah, they're returning. This time has returned so that we can connect with them again and allow them to be our guides, our role models, to find balance within ourselves. So yes. So many beautiful things coming up, so many ways to connect. I also have an oracle deck that's available on my website that you can check out with the link below. And if you'd like to dive deeper with me, there are ways that we can connect more. You can sign up on the website with that as well, or drop me an email with the connection. Okay, beautiful people, keep your vibes high. Thank you for being spiritually naked with me.